Napoleon Hill, as a youth, was no different from most young people today. He associated success with money in his early career. He wanted to be important, with a display of opulence. People today tend to associate the popular book Think and Grow Rich in terms of money, but Hill's perspective was to change as he matured. Hill remarked in one of his papers that during his early career, when he was receiving large sums of money, he believed it essential that he drive nothing less than a Rolls-Royce. He purchased a large estate in New York. He had servants and a variety of other employees to tend to his wants. This extravagant spending prior to the Great Depression of 1929 led to Hill losing his possessions and later on his estate. When Grow Rich with Peace of Mind was published in 1967, Hill was 84 years old. His message had changed. He was older, much wiser, and he wanted to portray the importance of peace of mind. Hill, in Grow Rich with Peace of Mind, states he is trying to help the listener avoid the mistakes he made. As you listen to the book, perhaps you can learn from Hill's life that many other things besides money and material items are needed in order to truly have peace of mind. You will hear of learning from your past, developing a positive mental attitude, living life free of fear, and the importance of sharing your wealth with others. Napoleon Hill had a very interesting life of research, interviews, and writings as to what constitutes success. This final book combines all of his knowledge on living a life with peace of mind. Don M. Green, Executive Director, Napoleon Hill Foundation. Foreword. I began to plan this book in the closing years of the 19th century. It has thus been nearly 70 years in preparation. During those years, I have witnessed more vital changes in the affairs of men that had taken place in all the previous years of the history of civilization. I have seen the advent of the automobile, the airplane, radio, television, atomic power, the age of space. I have seen electric power spread across the country, industry rise to levels of production beyond 19th century dreams. Science and technology enjoy an almost explosive development. I have seen old nations disappear, new nations arise, jungles give way to paved roads, cities burgeon where sleepy villages once stood. And I have seen people adapt themselves to all these changes and go right on being people, just as they have been for uncounted thousands of years. You will find this book takes cognizance of the changing world. In speaking of people, however, I speak of the forces which have always moved people and always will. We still see that without sufficient money, our lives are mean and hemmed in. So we want success in earning money. And along with money and success, we want to be free of fears, nervous tensions, self-induced illness, worries, unhappiness. That is, in addition to money and success, we seek peace of mind to make our lives complete. While this book may help you win great wealth, it can help you win peace of mind in abounding measure. As you will see, when we speak of peace of mind, we speak of more than peace as a restful state. Peace of mind is at the same time restful and dynamic, or we might say, a restful base upon which your life dynamism stands. It has been called the wealth without which you cannot really be wealthy. It manifests itself in many ways. It is freedom from negative forces, which may take possession of the mind, and from any such negative attitudes as worry and inferiority. It is freedom from any feeling of want. It is freedom from self-induced mental and physical ailments of the kind which chronically degrade life. It is freedom from all fears, especially the 7 basic fears we shall expose in all their ugliness. It is freedom from the common human weakness of seeking something for nothing. It is possession of the joy of work and accomplishment. It is the habit of being one's self and doing one's own thinking.